Hello, welcome to my channel, Save Infinity. In this video, I just wanted to do a quick tarot reading for you just to see what messages of guidance wish to come through. So if this video has found you, then I trust that it is for you. However, as always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and use your own discernment. Okay, let's see what messages of guidance wish to come out for you today. God, Spirit, Source, Angels, Archangels, Ascended Masters. Which messages of guidance wish to come out today? Thank you, thank you. Woo! That was quite a few. We'll take those back up. All right. Bit fumbly here. Seems like a fumbly message. That one seems to want to come out, and that one flipped over. So we'll take them out. Okay, and any more messages that wish to come out for the moment? I feel like one more. Whoop. I'll take these, but I said one more, so I might take that one. Okay, so with the cards that have come out here and the way they have come out, and I note as well that the Wheel of Fortune at first did come out upside down, but then I moved it in the backup position because I was just feeling like not having an upside down card. But I also do feel drawn to make note of that as well. I feel like that's kind of part of the message here. So with the, the Nine of Swords being more of, like a nightmare, despair type card, and then the Seven of Swords, being a bit of a stealthy, trickery, betrayal, mischievous type card here. And then, the Tower as well, and the Wheel of Fortune being upside down, but then me putting it in the upright, and the Queen of Wands energy here. I feel like there's, possibly a Queen of Wands energy in your life that has been, kind of causing a bit of a nightmare, betrayal, sneaky type energy here for you, that's kind of been keeping this Wheel of Fortune for you stuck in a more of an upside down position. So, an opportunity, so like a new, exciting, wonderful change and chapter that wants to begin here for you, that I feel like Spirit wants to bring in for you here, has maybe been, a bit disrupted or, a bit blocked by this Queen of Wands energy here, that's kind of been, instead of, bringing you into this wonderful Wheel of Fortune energy, has been keeping you locked more in a bit more of a nightmare aspect, or at least has been trying to, lock you into a nightmare aspect, blocking this Wheel of Fortune energy for you and keeping you in a more of a state of despair and discouragement instead. And with the Seven of Swords card here, I'm really drawn to as well the group of girls here. So it may be a Queen of Wands energy that is, mainly orchestrating this, whether it's in the physical realm or a bit more behind the scenes in the energetic spiritual realm, but may possibly, be part of, a group of energies here as well, that they've kind of, rallied onto their side, or have been using or manipulating in a way to kind of help assist with this sort of, trickery or betrayal, mischievous type energy that's really been trying to lock you into a Nine of Swords energy here and blocking your Wheel of Fortune from coming through. But then with the Tower here, I really do feel like that there is, a tower moment coming in that's going to kind of catapult and dislodge all this energy and really break it all down to allow this, Wheel of Fortune to swing back up and keep turning in the right direction for you. So if you have been feeling a bit more, stuck in a bit more of a nightmarish state or going through a bit more difficult or turbulent times, not to feel like it's because, the spirit or universe or what have you are punishing you or anything like that. I feel like, the spirit and the universe have been trying to bring through this new fortunate chapter for you, this new exciting beginning and great wonderful change of of abundance and fortune for you here. But it's been kind of sneakily interfered with this Queen of Wands energy and this possible group energy with the Queen of Wands is more of the leader of the pact in a sense here, and kind of interfering or delaying with the such process in a way. And Queen of Wands can be a bit more of that sort of life of the party, energetic type person, a bit more of a extroverted or very assertive or aggressive, or so if that helps at all resonate what sort of energies that may feel like it attributes to in your circumstances or reality. But just knowing if you do feel like you resonate with such a happenstance here or storyline here, just knowing that there is this tower that seems like has been orchestrated to come through and kind of catapult and break all this up a bit, to allow this Wheel of Fortune to swing back up and come through for you as you do deserve and has been planned and designated here for you from from Spirit, from Source God. All right, well, I might see as well if any further cards or messages want to come out from Spirit, just to clarify and end the message here a bit more, just to kind of see what to expect after this tower particularly, or what to expect with the tower. Well, let's see, what can we expect with the tower or after the tower here with this message, Spirit, please? Well, okay, well, that came straight out. I'll pop it here so we can see it. The Temperance card came straight out, and I'll just see if there's one more card that wishes to come through it all. Whoop. They kind of jumped out. But is it too many? All right, we'll take them. It was more than I was expecting, but we'll take them. So I'll move these over a bit so we can see them a little easier. What have we got? Queen of Wands with her gang of goons up here. The Wheel of Fortune. We'll pop the Tower. Trying to fit it all in so you can see. But anywho. So I did ask, what we could expect with this tower or after the tower. And first, the Temperance card came out by itself. So I feel like that's kind of signifying what we can expect, with the tower here. Which I feel like really resonates with the energy I was feeling with that tower, of how it's coming in to kind of, dislodge the energies there, to really allow that Wheel of Fortune to kind of go up in the right place as it's meant to. So whatever this tower movement could be, a big dramatic change, a sudden change that could be, quite dramatic or traumatic, or however it comes across, could be a bit destructive or what have you, but it does feel like that it's coming along in a positive sense for you, with this Temperance energy here. I'm not liking how these cards are set up, but anywho, coming, with this temperance energy here, that's, really coming along to bring about, moderation and fairness, to really bring about that balance as it should be, as the energies are meant to be, rather than as they've been for the moment kind of intervened and disrupted, in more nefarious ways with this Seven of Swords and Queen of Wands here, this group of group of ghouls, and the Queen of Wands are leading the pack here, trying to keep you in this kind of nightmare sort of energy. It feels like this tower's coming through to really bring about divine balance here, which is, a very reassuring sign. So, if you do have any sort of sudden dramatic or traumatic type change, come through into your life, just really take that heed and reassurance of knowing that it's coming through to really reshift and rebalance these energies here for you, to bring about this wheel of fortune for you that was being, blocked by these other denser energies. And then, I was asking, what's coming, with this tower or after this tower. I feel like, we got the answer of temperance is the tower. It's coming through to bring about divine balance and harmony and a fairness to the situation here. And then afterwards, what's coming afterwards, we got the Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups all coming out here. So I feel like this is really signifying to what this Wheel of Fortune aspect will be here for you. And I feel like the message here is, saying it's really going to catapult you into your Empress energy here. Like you're going to be coming into like full spiritual alignment in a sense. All your Queen energies, coming together to really become aligned and whole in that spiritual sense, energetically and physically. Really ascending to that next stage for yourself here, which is, so great and powerful and exciting. And then, with the Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, it seems like a really great, brand new, exciting beginning in love and happiness and fulfillment here. You're going to be feeling so emotionally fulfilled with this new, great, exciting chapter of love beginning for you. And it may come through with a message here. With the Page of Cups, you might get some sort of message that really catapults you into this new chapter. But it really does feel like you're going to have, all your dreams, fulfilled and your wishes granted. And a really, new stage of love and happiness coming through here, especially with all the cup energy and the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Cups as well, signifying this brand new chapter and birth of new loving energy. It could be a union in itself, particularly with you entering that Empress stage, as we were saying, coming into alignment and union within yourself. And ascending to that next spiritual level, you may also be coming into union within a loving relationship as well, and having that union reflected in your outer reality in the form of a romantic relationship. And with the Page of Cups here as well, that may include, with a brand new partnership, or a new venture beginning from this for you. Or it could be with a younger person, or it could be that you could expect not long after entering into this union, that you'll be giving birth to a new child or something as well, or a new project or venture, however that resonates for you, for what you've intuitively been feeling and have been manifesting into your life, or feeling like has been placed into alignment for you down the path. it feels like all that's going to be coming into an alignment and coming through with this Wheel of Fortune kind of being unlocked. It's all going to flood through this brand new bold chapter, and you'll be in alignment, spiritually ascending and having your dreams and desires fulfilled with this loving, harmonious union here, full of so much love and so much emotional fulfillment, which is so exciting and so beautiful to get after this Nine of Swords nightmare energy that this Queen of Wands and Gang of Ghouls here have been trying to keep you trapped in, it seems, and trying to block this wheel from turning and unlocking for you. This tower is really going to come through and slam and break apart those energies in whatever way it will, but as a form of divine justice and divine energetic balancing and a fairness to the situation here, to really unlock that Wheel of Fortune for you so that you can flee away from this nightmare type energy and really enter this bountiful, wonderful, loving, harmonious chapter here of so much fulfillment, and really coming into alignment and union within yourself here and spiritually ascending to the next level here. So very, very, very exciting and very, very wonderful read. If this does resonate for you at all, it was a little not so great of a story or news at the beginning here energetically, but it seems that Spirit wants you to know that the angels and God, source, however you like to refer to it, are working behind the scenes here and want you to know to not worry about what has been going on here, because divine justice is on the way. And it may come in the form of something that seems like quite a dramatic change with the tower here that really puts an end to all of this. But to stay calm through that all, especially with this Temperance energy here, to know that your Wheel of Fortune is going to be unlocked through this, and nothing's going to stand in the way of divine balancing and divine justice. It seems here is the great message of all, for all your dreams and wishes to come through as you so do deserve. So a very, very exciting and wonderful and powerful message to come through here today. If it has resonated for you, then you can take that reassurance that Spirit's got your back. The divine is overseeing this situation, and justice will play out here, and everything that is yours, that is destined for you, cannot be stopped and will be brought through for you here in beautiful alignment with so much emotional fulfillment and happiness. Very, very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. Almost reminds me of a bit of a Cinderella story here, where you're going to be leaving that sort of, terrible nightmare with the stepsisters and stepmother, and entering into this beautiful happily ever after sort of story. It has that sort of energetic undertone to it, doesn't it? All right, well, I'll leave this one here for you now, sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always. Bye.